So I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of my shop. Just note that it is not anywhere near complete. I just, when I first got back to the United States, I only had a couple of days to move all the small things, and then I was okay to leave the larger machines in place until I was able to get those out of there. So in order for me to even just bring them here to this location, I had to clean out this entire garage, and then I had to do some repair work in this garage before I could even start moving my machines in. So like the first week and a half I was back in the States, I was doing that and moving a lot of stuff around. I was also clearing out several storage locations and redepositing those items into either here or another storage location. So let me kind of give you guys a walkthrough of my shop. So we have my optical comparator right here. It works. I need to get a new bulb for it though. The current ones currently are not working. Then on the right, I have my auto crib. This is basically a vending machine for tools. So inside here, I can put end mills or drill bits, and on this computer keypad, I can type in what tool I need, search through it on the screen, and then it will open up the corresponding location, and it will rotate the carousel to find where the tool is, and I can get it. I can store several thousand tools just into this machine alone. Then over here we have my lathe, as well as my mill. Currently right now it's on a low pressure air alarm. I don't have any air hooked up to the machine. This one is just good to go. All I do is have the e-stop on. But the machine itself, I need to get it off of these wood planks, lift up the machine, level it, and then I'll be good to start using this machine to make parts. The mill, I need to finish leveling it. I need to bolt the enclosure back together. This stuff right here, I need to put back in here so it protects, and then just chips and stuff, the metal chips get caught in here with the coolant, and it stays in here, and I don't have to worry about cleaning up the shop floor too often with that. I have my blasting cabinets right here. They're gonna go out back, but I just have them in here for right now. This entire area, and this entire area, except for a meter wide path going out to out of the garage, all of that was just covered in boxes. So that's all my tools, all my other equipment. I just put all of that outside so I can kind of freely walk through here and show you guys what is going on with my workshop. I have my saw right here. I actually built it on, I built this cart for it so I can actually pull it out, maneuver it so I can pull the saw out, turn it sideways So it's facing out there, and then the long 12-foot bars can rest right here as I cut them. And when I don't need the saw, I can push it out of the way and then come in and out of this part of the garage as needed. Behind this is my old my old manual lathe. I actually used to make gun barrels off of this thing. It's still pretty good. I was going to sell it when I first got my hands on the CNC machine. However, I wasn't really willing to, sell it for pennies, especially with all the tooling I was going to provide with it, and eventually just decided I was going to keep it so that I could continue to work with it. It right now is also mounted on a cart, so I can actually pull it around the shop as needed. Before, at the old shop location, it actually used to sit in between the two machines, and I have to push it out of the way, turn it in order to use the mill or the lathe. And then I was able to put this into a storage place, and then the saw used to sit behind the mill at my old shop place. I have my work cart with my vices, my 4th axis rotary, and my second 4th axis rotary. I have my other lathe. So when I bought this lathe, they asked if I wanted this lathe, and told me basically if I was going to buy this lathe for like $1,000 less than what I was paying for it, or $1,000 less than what they asked me for it, they told me that I had to take this lathe with me as well. I was like, okay. Originally, I was going to modify this lathe into a CNC machine, and this is a Rami, just like that lathe. This lathe, they actually have a CNC version of this called the Easy Path, and I was going to convert this into a CNC lathe, but then eventually I did get my own CNC lathe. So this has actually sat dormant for all these years, because 2020 is when I bought the CNC lathe. Around that time, I was going to convert this into a CNC lathe. Now I'm probably going to convert this into a gun drilling machine. Basically a CNC gun drilling machine. And all it's going to do is make gun barrels for me. Then I have my storage stuff up top. Before, like, you see all this crap that's on top of this, all this stuff is just temporary. I'm going to bring this rail back down to slightly above the lathe. Take that other piece of particle board, put it on top right here, and then continue using this as more storage space. I have one of my reserve tanks. I have my surface plate, my workbench. I have a lot of my measuring tools and stuff. They're outside in their boxes. I actually need to bring those in and set up all of this. Then over here, I got my OBI press. I actually got this at a junkyard for $100. Basically what it does is this motor rotates this flywheel, and then when the clutch is engaged, this piston goes down. It will actually close these together, and whatever they were making before, it will stamp out that thing. You take a piece of metal like this, feed it in, and it will stamp out. And then I have my tumbler. Basically, this thing shakes, and these pebbles, or these smooth rocks, they'll actually be inside here with soapy water, and it will vibrate, and it will actually clean off tooling marks and deburr parts that I put in there. The back part of my mill, and then just more storage stuff. All this is military supplies from slowly going to make its way to Ukraine. But I still have tons of equipment outside that I haven't had the time really to go through and organize. So there's going to be a lot more stuff inside my workshop here when I am able to finish closing up and assembling this. So hopefully you guys enjoy looking at all the hard work I've been doing since I got back from Ukraine, so I can finish getting this stuff out. I can get this stuff up and running. I can check it to make sure everything is okay. And then I'm going to be sending this stuff out to Ukraine to manufacture spare parts and weapons for Ukraine.